So our next guest is Joe Petroski, and his story is Ayurvedic wisdom for modern times.
Nope, that's not me.
I'm sorry, not you. That's not you. You know what? I'm so confused because I got upset about the G spot.
You're still trying to find that one thing you were looking for.
That's it. Okay. Okay. Energy
Who
assumes.
said he didn't find
I
it?
have found it. I have found it. I did find it on Mars. Energy assumes its true state when being observed. Joe Petroski is a psychic and a profound healer who discovered his gifts by overcoming certain death. Joe trained with the amazing energy healers that saved his life and has been invited to be a part of many Native American ceremonies. Joe's ability to connect with spirit and to see your complete energy field facilitates profound healings. He can see your subconscious, its powers and blocks, providing you quick and profound positive changes in all areas of your life. Joe's been coaching and healing clients for more than 18 years. He helps eliminate pain, illness, allergies, migraines, trauma, and so much more. In 1999, he was sent home to die from a severe illness. Energy healing saved his life, and it can save yours too. He's honed these techniques over the last 17 years to bring massive healing and breakthroughs for his clients and for you. Eliminate all which is holding you back, living your joyful and healthy life today. Please welcome Joe Petroski. Hello, Joe.
Hey there. Thank you. I appreciate this. And yeah, and so it was, okay, gallery starting requested you to control your camera. Okay, I guess, is that what I was supposed to do?
Joe, you're good. You're fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the way that I got into this is I was very, very ill. I had worked with the doctors for over 6.5 years. I was on oxygen for almost 2, and my body was killing itself. And I tried everything under the sun. And I met this fellow that was a 35th generation Shaolin, and I worked with him and his students. And all of a sudden I was perfectly healthy in a matter, it was actually in 3 sessions. And so I trained with him for over 3.5 years. And then I sat with Native Americans, and the Native Americans actually were the ones that helped me be able to see, feel energy and everything. And so since 2001, I've been doing the healing work. And then in 2012, at the behest of my clients, they begged me to begin coaching. And so I've been doing that. And so my thing is that we were all sent here. We were all born to be magnificent. There was nobody held you at one time. It's like, oh crap, let's throw this one back. They looked at you and they,
actually, you know what? That's not the truth.
Well, so, okay.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry. Please mute yourself. Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay. So, even if that were the case, okay, even if somebody was that rude and did say something like that to you, it's my belief that God, creator, made every single one of us special for a purpose. And I would imagine the person that had said that has found their purpose beyond anything that the people that restricted her have felt. And so my feeling is that due to conditioning, we've forgotten our magnificence. We've forgotten what makes us so profound and so special. And by the conditioning around us, we take on all these beliefs and we take on all these energies, and it weakens us. It weakens our emotions. It weakens our physical body, and it weakens our spiritual connection. And so I work with people to be able to help you be able to feel your magnificence, to feel it and to own it. And as I do, I work to the point where you can actually know, you can feel and be your great essence. So that's what I work with. That's what I do, whether it's the physical healing, the emotional healing, or the coaching. And so today what I'm going to do is, if you guys want, is I'll tell you some very, very, very simple techniques that absolutely, completely, totally, quickly. Well, I'm trying to get this out of my screen here, but I guess it's going to stay just a second if you can. And that comment threw me off guard a little bit. Okay.
What do you need to do?
Okay, in the middle it says stop the recording. Can I hit that cancel button?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to share a couple of things with you. It's actually 5 things that will instantaneously increase your energy and increase your connection with Creator. And the first one is very, very simple. And I was hired one time to work with some really high caliber athletes. And we had done some tests to basically see how strong they were and how fast they were. And then when I gave them this simple set of movements, every single athlete was able to beat what they just did to compete for cash. So if it helped them, it'll certainly help you. And what it is it's very, very simple. And so I'm not going to do it exactly here because the camera's not going to catch it. But you stand with normal posture, and you just simply good posture with your shoulders back, and you tilt your chin up just a little bit, 10 degrees. That's all you have to do. And then at the same time, what you do is you do a Kegel and a glute squeeze. And a Kegel is basically squeezing to stop the urine flow. Okay. And then the glute squeeze, you just simply squeeze your butt muscles. And so I'll see if I can catch it. So let's see. So as I'm standing, it's like, okay, when you do the Kegel and the glute squeeze, you're going to see, kind of there with my butt. Okay. And when you do it, it's going to put that in. So you feel that, and you feel your shoulders back, your head straight up. And then you just take a couple of breaths, and then you take a half a step back and then a half a step forward. And if you were all here in front of me, I would ask you to do it. If you wish, you can actually stand up and you can try it. But when I was teaching this to the college athletes, what they did is they actually called it the Google movement, because they found that when they did this movement, that it actually brought their intuition so high that it brought back their memory for the tests and things like that. So it's an incredibly powerful move. And it's like, if you want to be able to get connected to creator, this is one. And in Kundalini yoga, they call it the root lock. And what it does is it basically is like putting a stopper in the tub, and it brings all that energy up into your body. And I want you to know, it's like, okay, when I coach you and when I heal you, I do way more intense work than this. And a lot of you have had mini readings, so you've had that chance. And after this, I'll still do some mini readings for you, so you can see the work that I do is really powerful. These are just things that can boost you to be able to increase your energy right now. Another one is a lot of people have had sexual injury, whether it's just simply shame, which isn't, there's nothing simple about it. We've been shamed, we've been touched inappropriately, we've had bad experiences. And it's also something, the first and second chakra, the first chakra is all about safety and security. The second is all about creativity, sexuality, and hormones. And the creativity is a part of the second chakra that I think gets missed a lot, because the creativity is every single thing that makes you, you. Every single thing that you enjoy. So whether it's maybe you enjoy cooking, maybe you enjoy, playing music, listening to music, whatever it is, the creativity is so important in that second chakra. And that second chakra, that's why, celibate monks can have excellent health and incredible joy, is because the second chakra has the sexuality and the creativity, which helps with hormones. And what I tell people to do is simply place your hand over the first and second. So your fingers will be on your perineum. And then your hands are going to be, your palm is going to be over the genitals. And then you place the other hand on your heart. And when you do this, and try it, everybody, just try it for a second. And I'm going to put you on all viewer here, or gallery view, so I can see your reaction. So when you do that, what do you notice? What do you feel? Yeah, one hand, I see some people, it's like, one hand on your heart, and then the other hand over the genitals and on the perineum. And I can see some people, and they're like, okay, which hand? And it doesn't matter which hand it is. What will happen is sometimes you'll be led one hand and sometimes the other. And if you want to have a complete full experience, do it with both. And what ends up happening is when you connect that first and second chakra to your heart, it literally creates a loop. So the safety and security comes all the way up to the heart. The safety and security is going to go to the creativity, the sexuality, the hormones, and the heart. So it's really, really powerful. And if you do this, usually they have a feeling, I'm good, I'm safe. It just calms them like that, just instantly, And there's another one that I like to do, and it's the same thing. I engage the root chakra, and so I place my, my one hand is in the same spot, and then I place my hand on my heart. And okay, that's the one I just did. What did I miss? Okay, just a sec. Let me get my. Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me. So place your palm, the palm on your belly button, the palm on your belly button, and then the palm on the heart. And so breathe into that. And actually, I need this. So I've been doing readings all day, and I've been doing this. And so I'm not really here on earth so much, So you got to give me a little bit of latitude. And so when you do this, when you put your, literally, it's like, you know, because what happens is the solar plexus is all about I, me, and you. You know, that's what the solar plexus, that's what the third chakra is about. It's about I, me, and you, as if I'm looking into the mirror. Okay. And so it gives us that sense of awe, gives us that sense of power and openness. And then you know, one that I want to do, and I'm going to do this one right now. I'm going to do it out of order. And you begin up at the crown, and you simply point. You don't have to touch yourself. You know, you just come in front like that. But you do it all the way through the midline. You do it down your sternum, over your belly button, all the way through. And then when you get at the root chakra, take your hand and push it away. And so, and when you're doing it, you come up at the top and you say, all that which is mine is mine. And then when you're down at the root chakra, you say, all that which is yours is yours. So all that which is mine is mine. All that which is yours is yours. All that which is mine is mine. All that which is yours is yours. And when we do that, what ends up happening is it does a variety of things altogether. It zippers both the left and the right hemisphere together. Okay, that's the first thing. And so it keeps my energy within me. It keeps my energy within me strong. And then when I push that energy away, it gives everybody back their energy. And this is something you want to be careful. I never point this at somebody's solar plexus unless I feel threatened. So I will never point this, you know, I'm just doing it to the screen right here and I'm completely empty. I'm not even thinking about doing it, because if I say all that which is yours, I'm still going to point it away, because if I point it to you, you would probably feel it. And we used to teach this to women in a shelter where they were escaping their ex-husbands or their violent boyfriends. And we would teach them all that which is mine is mine, all that which is yours is yours. And we would teach them to point their hand with that all that which is yours to the one that's causing the trouble. Because it's a very, very, very powerful technique. But you guys got to take your own sense of, you know, safety and sensitivity into your own power. But when I would have discussions with my ex-wife, for example, I would even do this when we're on the phone, because my ex-wife has a habit of saying things that really aren't there, you know, and blaming me for things that really aren't. And so when I would go, all which is yours, she could not finish her sentence. Because what I was doing is I was giving her energy back. And so if we're in our true energy, if we're in our true power, we can't cause somebody else harm. And again, you guys are responsible for your own safety. Don't rely on this. You know, it takes a lot of practice to do, but it's amazing. And so again, it's all that which is mine is mine. All that which is yours is yours. And it's an absolutely fantastic way to be able to control things and keep yourself strong. And it's also something where if you're out in public, if you're on an airplane, a bus, you know, whatever, and the person's coughing and you don't want to catch what they have, simply do all that which is mine is mine, all that which is yours. Because like Bruce Lipton talks about, epigenetics, how we perceive our environment affects ourselves. And so if we can come in and if we can clear this, you know, it's quite possible. And I'm getting some comments here. I'm going to check out what the comments are saying, because it zippers the left and the right hemisphere. Yep. And all that which is mine, and yours is yours. Crown. Yep. And palm out. Yep. Yeah. And so just like this, and then giving off to the others, you know. And so, yeah, you're right on like that. And it's, you know, it's like I say, I've used it in situations. I've done help with people representing them in legal situations, and when they've been dealing with sexual harassment, sexual abuse. And so I'll go with them and I'll teach that person. And you don't have to go like this. I mean, you can sit there and just scratch your forehead and just think about it and let your hand drop. It doesn't have to be really obvious. And one of the things with all of these movements, once you practice them at home, you'll be able to use them like this anytime you want to go, anytime you go someplace. So practice them first, you know, so you don't want to go someplace and grab your crotch and grab your heart. It's like, okay, yes, I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to be centered, you know, practice it at home first. Once you practice it at home, then when you go out, it's going to be really strong. And so, if you guys want, there's questions that are popping up on the chat. If you guys put in your email address, I will send you these out. They're very well written and they make a lot of sense, and you can simply read them and be able to, you know, do them like that. And so one of the things, is there anybody that has any kind of an ache or a pain that's dealing with anything right now? If you, if I can see your hand, yeah. Okay. Okay, so holding the belly button, other hand on the peritoneum. Well, the holding the belly button on the heart, you want to do that on your own. If you held the belly button and the peritoneum, that's basically going to bring up all of your, your sexual energy and your sexual power. So if you're feeling, kind of insecure, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling kind of dejected, then you would put your hand over your belly button and your hand over that. And so it's I see the oops now, and okay, cool. Okay. And I see, so go ahead and put your email addresses there. And I want to go back, to the very beginning. And it's interesting because I got thrown off by the person's comment. But no matter what we've experienced, and make a movie, okay, with my upbringing. When I've been with certain people, they're surprised that everything that I've gone through, that I'm a nice guy. Literally, when I had talked with one of the ministers, he says, the only time I've ever heard a story like yours has always been when there's glass or bars in between the people that have told that story. And luckily for me, I didn't go down that road. I was a hair's breadth from that. But I've really changed, and I've wanted to be me. I didn't want to be that violent character. I didn't want to be everything that was done to me. And so all through this practice, what I found, and as I've gone through everything, what I'm really looking at is you guys being able to be the magnificent, okay? Because you weren't here to be average. We don't need to be like Oprah or Louise Hay or Tony, Robbins or Wayne Dyer. We don't have to be like that. But we want to be able to own and really feel it. And most people don't even know how to own their magnificent. Because when I ask people, it's like, what do you want? They usually don't really know what their own desires are. They really don't know what their own desires are, what they really, really want. And a lot of times they don't even know what they need. And so when I work with clients, when I do the healings and I do the coaching, what it is I help you be able to answer those really, really important questions. I help you be able to see the things. And because when I look at everybody, one of the reasons I get so high when I do things like this here, because I don't do drugs, okay? I'm allergic to most of them. But when I see you guys, I see your absolute highest good. I see the best thing about you. And then if I look deeper, then I can see the other things. I can see all of your blocks. I can see what it is that's stopping you. Because it's like, there's so many people that have been working with here today, given the mini sessions to, that are fantastic, amazing people. But for one reason or another, they haven't stepped into their real power. They haven't stepped into why they're really, really here. Co-host has stopped my video. Why?
Vicky, turn his video back on, please.
Okay, I did that. Okay, so yeah, okay, so yeah, so kind of disturbing what's happening here, So what kind of questions can I answer for some people? I'm going to let it go that way for a little bit, and I'll answer a couple of questions here. How self-forgiveness? Forgiveness and self-forgiveness is really, really huge. But this is a fabulous question. Okay, I tell people all the time, it's like, okay, if you get stuck in the road or stuck in the ditch, they don't send another car to get you out. They send you a tow truck. Okay, and so for forgiveness and self-forgiveness, it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's fine. But hold on a second. That's still, I'm forgiving something that's wrong. I'm forgiving something that's not enough, or I'm forgiving something that's happened, especially with the self-forgiveness. Well, what about going like this? This is the thing where I'm asking, it's like, what about this? Because my whole belief is the way that this got started is my daughter was 5.5 years old before she saw me healthy. I was sick her entire life. And so I would go to places, and when we would come out and I didn't have to use oxygen, she would throw up her arms and say, Daddy, Daddy, no oxygen. And so it's my belief, if we can't live in excitement every so often, why are we here? Why are we here? And so what, when you say the stuff about forgiveness, what I want to do first is I want to be able to find out what it is, about you that's magnificent. What is the thing that's so great about you? Because if you can go to what's great about you, then everything starts to open up. Because if we're doing the forgiveness, that's still kind of the cocoon. But if we can go into what's so great about us, that's where everything starts to flourish. And yes, how we overcome guilt, how we control past on spirits from trying to communicate 24/7, and the true feelings. Okay, so, okay, I'll look at that one. And then electrical disturbances, do you find that happens around you often? If it's misdirection of power energy, oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, you know, all those metals and everything like that with EMFs, oh yeah, they work, that's great. But what it is what you want to be able to do is find out, okay, how come you're overly disturbed in the first place? And because I take EMFs and I kind of categorize them with allergies, and allergies are very, very often about, you know, it's all about emotions. You know, and so the EMFs, it's about that too. And so certainly if, you know, if I eat bad things, you know, I can get sick and stuff like that. And if I sit near the EMFs and everything like that, yeah, hell, I can feel my whole body buzz, you know, certainly affecting. However, God gave us power. Okay. God gave us amazing power. And we can come in and we can, instead of letting that really affect us in a negative spot, we can own ourselves. And it's like, if you want to come in and just do this here, if you're feeling affected by EMFs and everything like that, do the Kegel and the glute squeeze, do that very first set of movements, watch to see the change. Do this one here, watch to see the change. It's going to be magnificent. It's going to be so powerful. So I see some laughing and giggling. Has anybody else got a question? So it's like, you know, okay. And so there's some of the things that I didn't cover, but if you send me your email, I'll send you out the power positions is what I call them, and I'll do that. And then in this 5 minutes, I'll tell you what I offer. So as you can tell, I'm very, very passionate. Okay. Oop. Okay. So sounded like somebody was going to say something. I'm very, very passionate about the work that I do. You know, I've almost died a number of times myself. Whenever I walk by a cat, they always go, "Holy shit, he's going to steal my legs!" You know, because I mean, there's so many things that I've overcome in my own life, and we don't have time to waste. And especially with all this COVID stuff and everything like that, people have really had a chance to basically say, what's working for me? What's working? What's important? What is it that I really want? What is it that I really desire? What do I value? And what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to have you have a physical life where you feel fantastic. I mean, a physical life where you feel fantastic, because we shouldn't have to walk around with aches and pains. We shouldn't have to walk around with allergies. We shouldn't have to walk around with migraines. So I help you be able to get past that. I help you be able to eliminate that. And that's what I say is absolutely eliminate. And so somebody wants to control my camera again. So if you guys can mute whoever is talking there, that would be helpful too. So I want to help you guys be able to be your most magnificent self, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So the physical stuff we had talked earlier, there was somebody that thinks that they need to have a hip replacement. That's like, well, let's give it a couple of energy healing sessions first to see if you really do. Because I've worked with people and I've helped them so they don't need surgeries. I've worked with people and I've helped eliminate all kinds of pains and illness, all kinds of stuff. And then with the coaching, I love it. I mean, I absolutely love it. When I have my groups planned on the week, those are my highlights of the week. And I'm going to be starting a new group before Christmas because it's what better time than now? What better time before the solstice to start going and before New Year's to start going? You know, because it's like, if any year has ever taught us, we don't have the time to waste. I don't have the me to waste. It's like, if I'm not feeling like this, if I'm not feeling absolutely like my life is on purpose and I'm living what I want to live and I know what I want to do, you know, we have to be able to take that into control. So it's called Wisdom, Wellness, and Wealth. And I actually have a program, the same program that I do only with women. So I have the women's group and then I have the regular group. The regular group is co-ed. And I call it Wisdom because I help you really discover. We need to know, first off, what is it that's really super fantastic about you? because we want to be able to help you have that knowing to go towards it, to see that. And then even more, like, okay, what are the things that are holding you back? And then what are the tools that you need? What are the tricks that you need? What are the things that you need and can use to eliminate those blocks and to live that life that you truly, truly desire? And the the wisdom, the wellness is all about basically the physical health, the emotional health, and the spiritual health, and everybody loves it. And then the wealth just happens. Every single person that I ever worked with has always gotten either a raise, they've gotten money that they never thought they'd be paid back. They've gotten fantastic deals on cars and fantastic deals on houses that were just unheard of. And so normally it's $21.95 for me to do that. But the person that I asked to send something out sent out my old stuff recently for $19.95. And it's like, well, if I'm going to give you guys a gift because you're here, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it lower, which is the $17.95. But that's only through Sunday. So tomorrow. So if you guys want to, text me, call me, and I can talk to you. And you can determine if it's worth it. And so it's $17.95, and that's 90 days. And what we do is we meet once a week on Zoom. And then for that whole 90-day period, I give you support where you can connect with me, and I can connect with you through Marco Polo video messaging. So instead of getting text or emails where you wonder what I really mean, you see me. So it's like, you can tell exactly what I mean. I'm very expressive. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And every single client that I've ever worked with has loved it as well. And it's fantastic. So I wish you guys the absolute best. And I thank you for being here today. Thank you for attending the whole thing. And now I'm off to room 25, where you can ask me all the questions that you'd like.
And Joe, before you go, thank you for that awesome presentation. We're going to do a giveaway momentarily. His website is profoundpower.net. His email is profoundpowerjoe@gmail.com. His phone number is 651-755-6027. And he's going to be moving over to room number, what's your room number, Joe? I can't remember.
25.
Room 25. And before you do, we're giving away something, aren't we? We're giving away a 1-hour consult, a value of $200. And let's pick a number. Folks, put your numbers into the chat. Pick a number between 1 and 100.
Put your number in the chat. You want to have a session with this guy, everybody.
Want to have a session with this awesome man who has the answers and really has a program that's wonderful.
Who's died and come back many times, like many of you possibly sitting out there in this virtual world. You can connect and understand and how he can support you. So you have a bunch of numbers coming in. Joe, you ready to go? We're going to do a countdown.
Yep.
In 10 seconds, everybody. We're going to do a countdown. Coming up next, we have Donna Reyna in the fun room doing her Donna Reyna experience. And then we have Tina coming up in the main room. And we still have healers and readers in room number 2 in the Healers Network room.
And Joe, if my silly humor at the beginning threw you off, I apologize for that.
Well, everything is great. And, and this is something too, where it lets everybody know that even though we're on the healing, panel, or the psychic panel, we're still human. Absolutely.
With a sense
we're
of
trying.
Okay. 10, last opportunity, folks. 10, 9,
right.
8,
Countdown.
7,
Yes,
6,
Victor.
5, ignition, 4,
The
3,
Victor ignition.
2, 1. Okay, Joe, what's your number?
What's the number?
44.
44. Let's see who's the closest. Oh, I have a 45 here from Rachel. Let's see if there's anybody else.
I see Rachel.
I think Rachel's our winner. Rachel is the winner. Rachel, please follow Joe to room number 25, and you can make the arrangements to set that up for you.
Yeah. And then
everybody can follow him too for more Q&A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Totally awesome.